What's up guys, Chris back with another video. Today we're going to be going over the PPG regional tournament that happened in Kansas City over the weekend. I believe there's like 40 something people who came out. We did get a top 16 here, so we will go over each deck and just kind of do a little slow, kind of small breakdown of the deck in its entirety. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let me know if you guys were there at the tournament, if any of you guys were there. You guys don't feel like doing a deck profile, maybe on your own channel with somebody else, let me know. I'd love to talk to some of you guys about some of your lists, especially some of these like this King Cold deck, and there was another one in here that I wanted to look at. I think it was the blue Gohan deck that I actually wanted to see here. So first place ended up being a blue Super Saiyan 3 reboot leader from set 9, I believe. This was a very interesting leader. Played against actually quite a bit now, and it's weird that it took the first event. Now this is obviously the very first event of a brand new set, so we were bound to see a lot of old stuff, as well as a few new decks coming out. However, the only new deck that we saw was Red Shinron, and I think there is what, 1 2 3 4 5 6 Red Shinron players who ended up topping, I believe, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6, yeah, 6. It's quite impressive, right? Everyone who was saying that the GT Gogeta deck was definitely going to be the best deck in the format, I don't think we're going to actually see that, at least right now. I think too many people were prepared to deal with that deck on some level, and probably strategized around those decks. You see a decent amount of blue here. Yellow does a pretty good job against it as well. So we're actually going to each individual deck and start here with the champ. So this was the Super Saiyan blue leader here. Got 54 cards here in the main deck. Pretty standard stuff here for a blue deck. We see the new Another World Blitz. This card here is pretty insane. Play it out for 4 if you have no battle cards, and it board wipes your opponent, or you can just tap 6 for it in this deck. Doesn't really matter if you tap 6 for it in this deck, because you're just gonna get all that energy back. The triple strike barrier blocker, and then at the end of the turn you can restand it. It's pretty good. A lot of other stuff here is pretty much the same. We see 4 Vegeta Ready to Rumble. For the SS4, Rise of a Super Warrior, and I feel like now this deck has a lot of tools to be a very good deck. This was kind of, I don't want to say what the deck was missing, but having a battle card like this that just comes down and just removes everything, and then you just get all your energy back at the end of the turn anyways, is just incredibly powerful. This guy was also main decking 2 God Slicing. I think this is the correct call. I think any deck that you play, I think that's like a mid-range type of control deck, I think playing this variant of this card, which every color has one, black's probably the worst, but everyone has a variation of this card. Everyone should be playing it in some capacity. And 2 Dirty Bursts for the main. This is good against everything, but definitely make sure Gogeta matchup very easy. Z deck, we have 2 of the Super Saiyan Blue Vegetos. This is again a very powerful card. Another credible boss monster with deflect that they just decided to give blue, because they love to give blue stuff like that. We have the Cell. This card's incredibly good too. Another board wipe. Also can become a triple strike crit. It's a very good card. 1 Vegeta. Probably just if you got stuck at 5 life and you wanted to go down to 4. That's why you run that guy. 1 Mai. So Mai is very interesting because you do have Trunks in the deck. Maybe it was just comboing this away to get the Mai effect, but the Mai effect, you can negate the attack at the start of an opponent's offensive step. Meaning as soon as they attack, you can just cut off an attack. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good card. Side decks. See if there's anything special here. We got 2 UIs. This is good. You want to be able to get rid of Barrier. Barrier is kind of one of your hardest targets to get rid of. And this card, definitely an oldie but a goodie, being able to just pop anything back to your opponent's hand. Kaba does the same thing. If there are 3 or more blue and or yellow cards in play or in your combo area, you can play this card from your hand. For 3, to activate main or battle. If it's your turn, you draw 2. If it's your opponent's turn, you get to bottom deck of 4 or less on your opponent's side of the board. And it does not need, you don't choose it, so you actually gets through Barrier. Then you get the restand in energy, and now it's a 19k dual attack blocker. It's pretty cool. 2 more dirty bursts, another baby ape. Nothing crazy in the side deck outside of these 2 here. This is probably the first time we've actually seen this card in a main deck, and I think first time we've seen this card in a main deck, in a blue deck in a topping event, let alone the winning deck. And then we haven't seen this card in a while, but it definitely is a good card too. So congratulations to this guy. His name's Dane. Congratulations to him for being able to win. Second, we have Eddie. This deck has been, I think he played a very similar list for this for Zenkai or Anakai or whatever it was. This kind of, from what he is, if you ever watch any of his Team Talk videos, he does a very good job explaining his cards. And most of the time, I completely agree with what he says. I think this is a huge reason as to why he has now topped, the last 2 events that he's played with this card, with this deck, is this card here and then the slug package. He's a very, from what I can tell with Eddie, I've never actually talked to him before, but he's a very, he definitely thinks a little bit outside the box, and he does definitely say some things that people strongly disagree with sometimes, or just they say, oh yeah, that's a stupid idea, and then he ends up going and proving it. This card here, I have been telling people at my locals who play this deck, this is a card that you should be playing in your main deck, and nobody plays it, and I don't know why. It blows my mind. The negate part's cool, but being able to combo this card off to restand your trunks, which is like the backbone of this entire deck of keeping you alive, is incredible, and it makes it a 24k. Like, that's, a lot of people aren't gonna, they're gonna combo to 20 to try to kill this, and then you're just gonna combo on top of it to restand it, right? It's really good. Balma searches it out. He plays 4 Balma. I think that's fair. He plays exactly 50 cards. 2 Mira and 2 Kai. This is something that I've seen him play a lot of, where he just he really likes having that ability to take your opponent down to 1 and then just hand dump on a Mira. Like going on the back of like a Piccolo, East Kai, attack, and then just lining up a Mira for game. Mira's very good. I really got nothing bad to say about it. I think it's a good deck. The Slug is definitely good, especially against Gogeta. If people don't know, the permanent on this card actually stops Gogeta from coming into play because you can't draw first, which means that you don't actually get to play Gogeta. So this card's actually still a problem. Incredibly good in yellow. I can see maybe more people adapting this sort of Sword Slug strategy in their next decks. Could definitely see it happening. But no, shout out to him. He's playing the Oolong. This card's cool, man. You play it, so you play it in tandem with Mira. That's the whole point of this card. So when you swing at this, it gains a bunch of power for the turn. Then you play Oolong, you copy the Mira attack, and then you swing with it, and just another Mira. It's really funny. It's a really good card. Definitely a funny card to use. And you play 2 of this Goku guy, which I've seen people just kind of shitting on this card. People saying it's this not very good. It being able to just switch stuff to rest mode and negate skills and like stop stuff from attacking, it is a very good card. In heavier grind out matchups, this card's going to put in a lot of work. I don't see a absolute annihilation, so it looks like he kind of went away from using that card particularly. 3 Koitsukai, it's pretty fair. 3 T-Blow, it's pretty good. 3 Release from Evil. 3 Realm of the God, Black Kamehameha, and then 3 Unison of Fury. Again, another card to get rid of Gogeta, or to stop Gogeta from attacking. He goes for, when you look at his deck any of his deck profiles, his decks are generally very consistent. He doesn't like running a lot of 1-ofs unless the card is a 1-of, like this or Programo or like a secret rare. You see, everything else is more than 2. Everything is more than 2. He's very consistent with everything. Oh yeah, and then the Vegeta Super Combo, because Sparking 5 is much more obtainable in a Vegeta Trunks deck than going down to 4 life. So yeah, I think it's a good list. Not much to say with this. It's a good list. Yeah, congrats to him. It's a good list. Can't wait to hear what I'm gonna watch his team talk and hear him talk about this. Maybe talk about his matchups. I'd like to hear about how his matchups went. All right, next is going to be, I was very surprised by this. Third place was Cell. Now, I've been tinkering with playing Cell in this next format. I was a little deterred because of how strong Red Sin is. But this guy being able to top 3 with an event with so much Red Sin, meaning he had to play against some of these Red Sin players, is astronomical on how he ended up doing this. I'm baffled, to be honest with you. I don't see anything crazy in the main deck. He is playing 4 Dormant. I think this card is absolutely awful now. However, he ended up topping with it, so I can't, it obviously worked for him. He ran 2 of the new Gokus, and then sided a 3rd one, as well as 2 Piccolo Juniors. This probably came in for blue matchups. 2 Vegeta Unisons. This is the board wipe. I think Vegeta Unison's great for that. 2 Shocking Death Ball. Very interesting. I think probably for the red matchups. The red matchups that play the Vegeta Z Battle card. I guess. It's also just another negate. I mean, you are running 4 homicidal clones, so I don't know why you would need these. But they also just are a hard negate, which again is sometimes better to run. He probably sided out Dormant in some of his matchups. I'd like to talk to this guy to kind of get an idea of how he was actually playing it. 2 Focus Breakthrough. Focus Breakthrough is okay. Hits, what, 3 or less? Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I think Dodoria is better. Just because it has combo power. His Z deck was Vegeta and Frieza. It's basically all you need. 2 Dark Death Ball, 2 Big Amor in the side. It's very good. And then 2 Majin Buu. Pretty solid. I think he's running 52 cards. My only concern is the Dormant. I just don't think the Dormant's a good card. I think we have better options in green decks to run than Dormant. But it is what it is. Maybe he just wasn't scared of people playing, like, countering it, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say without actually talking to him, but congrats to him. Next we have Red Sin. We have a lot of Red Sin decks in this, so we're not going to go too far into this. This just seems like a standard Red Sin deck. If you guys are playing Red Sin, you guys need to play the Super Combo. It's by far the best one for Red. He's playing Deluge of Darkness. Or not Deluge of Darkness. Woo, wrong card. Deluge of Power. So this is a 10k combo. Every color has one of these. If you guys haven't picked up your copies of this, you guys should probably own these cards. I think all 4 colors have a Deluge of I keep saying that. Different promo, man. A Deluge of Power card. Just good for, especially aggro decks, for you to just push more damage. So it's pretty cool. Nothing special here. The one of the Galactic Explorer. Nothing else crazy here. Pretty standard stuff. 2 Peel Off the Cunning. It's pretty interesting. Probably for the blue decks that are going to restand energy on their turn. It's pretty good. This guy was definitely ready for blue, as you can see. A lot of blue hate. Ultra Dragon Quake. This card's really cool. Your leader is a Shadow Dragon. You can end up warping during the combo step. Very good. I'm very well aware of this card, obviously, for being a Xenosin player myself. So, very good list. Next is going to be another Sin leader. This one is running Royal Evolution. I don't think this actually works, so that's cute. But even though this deck is running a card that's probably useless in this deck, still end up getting top 8. I believe. I think this is like 5th place. I guess you can use it for this. You can actually just absorb it for that, but everything else is kind of bleh. Side deck. This guy actually did not actually main deck Unisons, which I think is fair. So he just side decked his Unisons and his Yamcha counterplays. This card's cool. So Spirit Mentor, you actually can you can kill a 30k ignoring barrier. This is pretty powerful. This is actually a very good card. I like that. That's a very good tech. Very smart of this player. Was this Eggman? Yeah, this was a very smart play. Very good call, man. Very good call. I like that card. Alright, I think I actually just skipped the deck, but it's probably okay. Probably just another Sin deck. This is Red Blue Sin. So similar stuff here. This is weird. Similar stuff here, but running beer super combo with cooler, as well as Mecha Friesen. That's pretty cool. I would have ran the Vegeta promo. I don't know if this guy actually ended up owning those cards, obviously, but it's a better check land than this in this particular deck, just because actually in this format most people are going to tap out very early, so it's just a free charge. We got Heartfelt, we have the Kettle. So this card here, it's a battle card version of the Denial of Hope. It's very cool. And then it comes into play and negs something by like 20. He ran blue so he can run Bean, but as well so he can run Dirty Burst. So that's actually not a bad call at all. Honestly, can't be mad at that. All right, next we have good old boring Gamma. Nothing here really going on special. Normal stuff. This guy did main deck BMS. It's pretty cool. Main deck 2 of the new Searcher androids. It's also another check land, because, you know, Gamma needs more check lands. Anything different in the side deck? We got an Ultimate Dragon Slaying Bullet. That's pretty cool. One Ghost Warrior. Don't know why he run a black one instead of the actual blue one that you can run, but that's cool, I guess. Maybe he just didn't have it. 3 Dirty Burst. It's pretty solid list. It's pretty Gamma. It's pretty Gamma. We got Launch, red blue. We've seen this matchup. We've seen this card plenty of times in the past 2 or 3 events. Guys can just go on the Hill Twins channel and watch. You guys can see a lot of the Launch gameplay. Deck's very solid. People who are playing Launch, abuse it while you can, because when this card ends up getting errata, it's where you can't keep bouncing it back from your Z energy. Deck's going to slow down a little bit. Not a lot, but just enough. He is running the Vegeta promo. This is a card I think you should run over the Mecha Frieza. Check land is just a better card. Goku the Rescuer, so whenever you return a card from your hand, you can play this guy out. Master Roshi Negate, it's cool. I don't know why, but Master Roshi Negate, it's fine. Dark Broly, Dark Broly Overwhelm, that's cool. I don't know. I want to know how successful this card actually is. I don't know if this card's actually great in anything other than Dark Broly, just because it's a 0 combo cost. I don't know why you would actually run this card in the deck. Z deck is pretty. This is pretty much what a launch Z deck looks like. It's pretty powerful. And then side deck we got normal stuff. 2 Dirty Burst, Quetzalcoatl, Jiren, Violent Rays. The guy actually sided a Champa. That's pretty cool. What we got here? We got another launch deck. I actually think this is the same guy. I don't know how I have 2 different lists. Nope, this is different. See alternate. No, same one. Maybe same one. If not, it looks identical. So another launch deck. Okay, this is the Gohan player. So this is really cool. I'm glad this leader ended up topping. This is really cool. So I think this is the first time we've actually seen this leader actually top an event. Which is cool, because now I hope more people end up playing this deck. I think this deck is great. This card here is so powerful, this Gohan card, and people just refuse to play this deck for some reason. So, nothing crazy. We see a Janempa here. He does play out Skillus. I think he has, I don't know where his actual, I don't know, side's up here. Okay, so he has 7 Skillus cards in the main deck, right? 7. Yeah, we got 7 here. I don't know why he's playing the 1 Goku. Maybe just wanted to keep 1 in there, just for style points. 6 Unisons. We have the 4 boost Unisons, and then these 2. This guy plays out of skills from the energy, I believe. Pretty solid list. I'd like to see actually some gameplay of this. I wish they would have actually streamed it. It'd been great. Side deck. Android 17, Goku Negate, a lot of Borgos, a lot of blue hates. People were really scared of blue, it seems like. And then Dirty Burst. Dirty Burst is probably the most seen card in this entire format. And I would not be surprised if we see something happen to Dirty Burst in the future, just because we're seeing it so much now. Now the Gamma list, this is a the guy actually ran the new promo. So he actually got his hands on the new promo here. This card's very good. To draw one, and then you can play it from your energy. It also can become a 16k crit, which is pretty cool. And you're seeing a lot of these Gamma lists running this super combo rather than the untap or the pitch a card, because this is just a better super combo overall. Just being able to draw cards is just significantly better than not drawing cards, right? You did play this weird negate. That's interesting. I wonder why. I don't know. Maybe this is better to play sometimes than this guy, because this guy is... People who see this Gamma list, like, as soon as they see Gamma, they know, like, okay, turn 3 and on, they're gonna have 2 energy up. I gotta deal with this card, and I gotta, be ready to stop it. Nothing special with the Z deck. It's pretty normal stuff. For Dende. So this guy must have been prepared for either the mirror match or just other blue decks in general. 4 seems like a lot, especially with like everyone knowing that Sin and Gogeta were going to be played a lot. So this is very interesting. It's a lot. Kami, it's pretty good. Super Saiyan Trunks. I love this unison. I think it's great. Being able to pop 2 barrier cards is very good. Helps you get rid of like slug and things like that, so it's pretty good. All right, we got King Cold. So this is what I was very interested in. So we have a 60 card list. I think that's pretty normal for King Cold. Some interesting things we have. We have 2 Supreme Rulers. I think this is actually a good card to play in the deck. I think it's good. I know a lot of King Cold lists have kind of gone away from playing this card. This guy's playing 4 Dormant. I think Dormant is a really bad card for this current format, and if we can get rid of playing Dormant as much, you can play things like this. This actually is going to do similar things. Your opponent's just not going to want to. See, Dormant's kind of a double-edged sword, because Dormant does basically give you another turn. However, your opponent's going to be looking to capitalize on Dormant. It's also not a negate, right? Like, the attack that's going through, smart players are going to attack with the more value card first to trigger Dormant, so that way they can just dump or combo up on that particular attack, and then the next attack ends up being you have the homicidal clone to do something else. So like running cards like this, I think is actually better, because it also establishes a body on board, right? And then yes, 1 card from your opponent's hand is not a lot, but it may force your opponent to attempt to try to go through it, and that's all you need. That's all you need. Like, Gohan negate in blue decks is the same thing. It's like it's only bottom decking 1, but after like 1 or 2 attacks, your opponent's probably not going to want to push any more through. Love the 4 cooler. I think that's perfect. Paragus, I think it could be cut from most lists. I don't think this card's actually very good. 3 of the Frieza. I love this. The 1 cooler. I love this card. So it's a free 15k. Or whenever you activate a field spell off of your King Vegeta, you can just tap 1 green and play this guy out. With Terrified Realization, this is a 20k crit for free or for 1 energy. I really love this card. 1 of is probably fine. Hearing Kibito Kai. Kibito's good. I think you either run Kibito or Invader's Vow. I think Invader's Vow is very good, just being able to pitch a card from your opponent's hand. Gohan's cool. I'm surprised I don't see, and it's probably because maybe he didn't have access to him, but I think the new Goku from the new set is actually better than running Gohan. Gohan has deflect, so like that's fine, but Goku's gonna stick on board, and then Goku also allows you to play Piccolo, and Piccolo is just a card that I think any green deck should be finding ways to put into their deck. Z deck, 3 Frieza. I don't know why you're running a Yamcha. Just run 4 Frieza. This card's great because it actually is a Frieza clan. And if we go up here, Terrified Realization gives all Frieza clan battle cards 5k. So this card instantly becomes a 20k double strike. So this is actually very, very good card. Koitz, Bigamore, 2 BMS, 2 Kakunsas. Kakunsas good. 2 King Vegeta. This is a very good call. You got to run King Vegeta. 2 of the anti-blue. And then 2 Deborah. I think this should be the Vegeta hand destruction card instead, because we never want to hold 1 energy up Holding 1 energy up for a DBS just doesn't feel the greatest. Changes I would make. Spirit Bomb Goku's good. I would probably cut a Dormant and cut a Paragus and run the new Piccolo Unison, because Piccolo Unison gives you a lot of value later on in the game, and especially if when you're running 60 cards, like if you get to a point where like this isn't functioning correctly, you have Piccolo. Among Us, you know, there's a few other cards that I won't actually spoil right now because this is maybe a deck I'll end up playing for Nats. I don't know. I'm glad someone's able to top with it though. It's good. We have another Sin deck. Nothing special with this. This is pretty standard Sin stuff. We're gonna see this a lot. This guy actually did not run a side deck. I think this was, if I'm not mistaken, this may have been the guy's deck who ended up getting stolen or lost. Juhan, I think his name is. Hopefully I'm not pronouncing your name wrong, man. Yeah, I think it's Juhan. It's part of Team FOE. I think this is the list that he ended up showing. I think. I don't remember. Yeah, because there's no side deck. So that, I think I remember from their video that he said they didn't actually have a side deck. I'm not sure. I could be completely wrong. So, and then the last one is a Gogeta deck. I think we ended up missing a Gogeta because I think Gogeta got top 4. I think top 4, top 5. And then we have a Gogeta list. This guy also had access to a promo. This is good. So like, it's good that people actually had access to some of these before the event, because these cards actually these cards end up making a huge difference. So the Go 10 here, it's a 1-drop 15k that draws you a card, and then you can also tap 1 to give it 5k, and then you can minus something by 20k. It's very powerful. This list I would say is wrong because I think Raditz is just the wrong card for the list. I don't think Raditz is good for this list. I think there's better options. It's pretty cool though. Again, I think this was the boogeyman of the format. Everyone has been teching and getting ready to deal with this card, and I think this is going to be a situation where, kind of like Nats last year, where everyone was ready for Cell Surge, and then we saw like no Cell Surge other than like one, right? I think people are going to play this deck, and you'll find very easily that the deck is very easy to deal with. The deck it's a cool deck, but it's not perfect. Like, it's not just because they played this deck doesn't mean they're going to beat you. So but it's good. I think two of them got top 16. We saw a lot of Red Sin, as I talked about before. Red Sin is probably the best deck going currently into the format. So your deck the deck that you're playing for any big events or bigger local tournaments, bigger regionals, make sure you are playing a deck that can deal with Sin in some facet. Doesn't matter what color it is. There's a deck in each color that can actually play against Sin pretty well. You just got to play it. So but that does it for the video here. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are at one of these events, you guys played against these people, or if you are one of these top decks and you have a comment to leave down below, let me know. I would love to get some more information from you guys on what happened, maybe some more information on the list that you actually played. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.